You must believe that the Upper Moon demons are cruel and ruthless, but
Are you sure about that?
as we learn in the series, the Upper Moon demons were once human. Demons are cruel, but some of them had a really sad backstory behind becoming a demon. So let's talk about the backstory of every Upper Moon in the Demon Slayer series. Number 8. Daki and Gyutaro. Growing up in poverty in the entertainment district, Gyutaro had very little to his name and was often tormented over his appearance by the other villagers. When his sister Daki, who was once named Yumi, turned 13, Gyutaro found her tied up, burned, and left to die in a ditch by the hands of a hired samurai. While in a panic, Gyutaro cradled Daki in his arms, and the samurai tried to end the life of Gyutaro as well. But before he could finish the job, Gyutaro took his instead. With Daki deceased in his arms and Gyutaro severely injured, he laid down in defeat. He waited for the inevitable end until the upper rank 6 demon at the time, Doma, offered them the chance to take their lives back. Number 7. Kaigaku. As a former demon slayer and senior disciple of Zenitsu, Kaigaku always showed great potential to move up in the ranks. Unfortunately, the ranks he moved up in were for the wrong side. After watching Zenitsu take his position as the successor of their trainer and former Thunder Hashira, Jigoro, Kaigaku becomes enraged. He makes it his mission to make Zenitsu suffer and to prove that the title of Thunder Hashira was rightfully his. Yet, Kaigaku could not pass up more power and, after being defeated by the upper rank 1 demon Kokushibou, was offered to become a demon. With his cowardly nature, Kaigaku feared death and took the deal. Number 6. Gyokko. Gyokko's strange artistic skills go back even to his human life, as he would collect the dead bodies of fish and other sea life and combine them into strange sculptures. The villagers in the fishing village that Gyokko lived in would normally keep their distance from him, especially after the loss of his parents and the fascination with their drowned bodies. They assumed he had gone crazy. The end of Gyokko's human life was a result of him taking the life of a village child, who would constantly torment him. After being found out, the child's parents stabbed Gyokko and left him to die, until Musen Kibitsuji found him. Number 5. Hantengu. As a thief and a murderer, Hantengu has always been a coward who could never take responsibility for the things he has done. Throughout his human life, and even his demon one, Hantengu always believed that he was innocent of all of his crimes, even blaming his hands for having done it themselves. After finally being captured by the magistrate, Hantengu sat and waited out his time to be put to death. That is, until Musen Kibitsuji offered him his demon blood to exact his revenge on the magistrate. Number 4. Nakime. Shown in her demon life, Nakime is a renowned biwa player dating back to the time she was a human. However, Nakime's taste for blood also goes back to her human years after an altercation with her gambling-addicted husband that resulted in his death. Nakime's unfortunate events stemmed from her husband gambling away her performance dress before she was scheduled to play her biwa, causing her anger to get out of control. Surprisingly, the sensation and trauma of the crime she committed right before her performance excited her, leading her to kill before every performance. Eventually, her target was none other than Musen himself, who then offered her a role in his ranks. Number 3. Akaza. Akaza was a pickpocket, and after being arrested and branded as a thief, which resulted in his father taking his own life, Akaza became angry and would often pick fights with multiple people at once. Akaza eventually gained the attention of the village dojo owner, Kizo, who took him in to train him to use his strength for good. Living at the dojo for many years, Akaza fell in love with Kizo's daughter Kyuki and spent most of his time by her side. One day, Akaza took a trip to his father's grave and later returned to find Kyuki and Kizo slaughtered. Filled with rage and revenge, Akaza took the lives of many members of the dojo with his bare hands, which drew Musen's attention. Number 2. Doma. All Doma's life, he was worshipped as a type of godlike being, with his parents submerging him into a cult dedicated to him called the Eternal Paradise. This cult-like behavior caused Doma to feel little towards human life and see them as so worthless that they didn't even deserve his mercy. After witnessing his mother take his father's life for cheating on her, and then later taking her own, Doma felt nothing and didn't even shed a tear despite being a now orphan. With Doma's lack of empathy towards living things already, it was only a matter of time before Musen made his appearance to him. Giving Doma the powers of a demon only made him feel even more like a god than before. And finally, number 1. Kokushibou. During the golden era of the Demon Slayers, lived two of the toughest demon slayers of their time, the twins Yoriichi and Nichikatsu Tsujikuni, also known as the upper rank 1 demon Kokushibou. Since they were children, Kokushibou felt nothing but jealousy over Yoriichi. No matter how hard he trained, his skills could never match his brother's. Yet, Yoriichi didn't care for the sword as much as Kokushibou did. The love Yoriichi felt for his brother and helping others is all he had eyes for. But all Kokushibou wanted was to be the strongest, and even followed Yoriichi into the Demon Slayer Corps. Even there, he could not stand up against him, which filled Kokushibou with even more rage. With Kokushibou's desire for power, and Muzan having his eyes on putting a swordsman with breathing techniques on his side, the two make a deal, and create one of the most powerful demons in the series. So that's all for this video guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any awesome content like this. See you guys in the next video.